welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having an awesome day. So today's video, I'm going to be showing you 3 delicious dinner ideas. They are honestly amazing, guys. Me and my boyfriend, we ate all 3 and we're like licking the plate when it was done. We're like, wait, did I make this? Like, me? Sam? Like, am I a professional chef? Like, it's seriously amazing. They're all under 700 calories, so it's great for whatever your fitness goals are, or just if you just eat healthy, or if you count macros, or you know, you're getting in shape for summer, whatever the case may be. All 3 of them are nice and healthy. They're nice and lean, and I'm blown away at how good I can cook now. So today's video, I'm actually working with HelloFresh. So if you haven't heard of HelloFresh or you've never used them before, HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service that makes cooking fun and easy and convenient because they actually deliver the ingredients to your door. So I actually filmed it for you guys, but the box came to my door. It comes in an insulated box that keeps all the food fresh. So I got 3 meals and I put them in the refrigerator and I put the meat in the freezer. So it's really cool because for each meal, they send you step-by-step recipes on how to do it with pictures. I mean, if you're new to cooking or you've been cooking for a long time, you will learn something new, I swear to you. The recipes are so simple, it's just step-by-step, like with like numbers and pictures, and it's great. If you're a visual person like me and you're like, wait, but how is that supposed to look? Like, there's a picture for it. And all the meals take under 30 minutes, so it's not anything crazy. And something else that I thought was really cool that I wanted to mention in this video is that HelloFresh employs 2 full-time registered dietitians on staff who review each recipe to ensure it is nutritionally balanced. If you guys want to try it out, use my code OZCROW, so my last name, and you can get $35 off your first order of deliveries. So yeah, if you want to know how I made these delicious meals, then just keep watching. So the chicken recipe was the first that I decided to try, and right here we have our ingredients and we also have our recipe. And when you open the box, everything smells really fresh. So anybody that's wondering, if you're like, but it comes in a box, how does it smell? Does it taste good? It's really fresh, and I'm like really weird about that. I smell everything. So the first thing you gotta do was zest a lemon, and I don't have a zester, so I used a cheese grater. It came out just fine. And they send you all your ingredients. All you have to do is wash things and chop them, and that's it, guys. It's honestly so easy. So step 1 is you want to preheat your oven to 450, and then you want to add chicken stock to boiling water. Once it's boiled, you're going to add your couscous. So they sent that in the box. And once the couscous is all fluffy and ready, then you just turn down the heat and put it aside. This is, by the way, my first time ever having it, and I loved it. And then in another pan, you're going to add olive oil and you're going to cook your chicken. This was another new thing that I learned. The way they have you cook chicken in HelloFresh is you cook it on the stove and then you let it roast in the oven. And I never did that before, so it was kind of cool to learn something new. I flavor my chicken with garlic salt. Those of you that watch my channel know I have an obsession with garlic salt. And then you want to put your chicken in the oven for 5 to 6 minutes. Now you're going to take out another pan with olive oil, and we're going to be cooking the green beans. And you want to flavor them with anything you have. Salt and pepper is fine. I'm using garlic salt, of course. And you want to keep roasting them until they're slightly brown. And then you're going to add half of your lemon zest, and you're going to add that into the green beans, as well as take a lemon wedge and just pour it in, make some nice lemon juice. And then the crushed walnuts, you're going to add those in, and then you're just going to let them cook on low heat until they're ready. Okay, so this is one of my favorite things I learned in my HelloFresh experience is how to make a glaze. So you take a apricot, I don't even know how you say it, in a pan with olive oil, and you just kind of let it simmer, and that actually makes a glaze. I've never made a glaze before, and that's what you're going to top your food with when everything is done, the chicken and the green beans and the couscous, and then add a little more lemon for some flavor. And also parsley, they sent that as well for flavor at the end, and voila, you are all done. Okay, so now we're on to a steak recipe. This was so good. We made balsamic vinegar to go with the steak, and it was a really awesome combination. I loved it. My boyfriend loved it. So one of the first things you're supposed to do is cut up some sweet potato wedges and half the tomatoes. So they sent you tomatoes. And then the garlic, you kind of can leave them nice and chunky. And then they also sent rosemary, and you just have to chop it nice and little. preheat your oven to 450, we're going to be starting with the sweet potato wedges. So you want to add a little oil to a pan, add in your sweet potato wedges, add in the rosemary, the chunks of garlic, and then whatever seasoning you like. If you like salt and pepper, of course I like garlic salt, so I'm adding that on top. And then you want to put them in the oven for around 20 minutes. So now we're going to be making the steak. So you want to add olive oil to your pan, and then with the steak that they said you can add salt or pepper on top. I'm using garlic salt, and you want to salt both sides. And just like we did with the chicken, you're just going to be cooking it on both sides for around 2 to 3 minutes, and then we're going to pop it in the oven for another 5 to 6 minutes. So while the steak is in the oven, we're going to be making the warm vinaigrette that's going to go on top of the steak. So they sent this adorable little bottle of balsamic vinegar, which was the perfect size for me and my boyfriend, and that's another appeal to HelloFresh. They always send the exact measurement, so you're never wasting food. I just added a little oregano. They also sent that. Then they said add a little bit of olive oil and your seasoning. So salt and pepper, garlic salt, whatever you want, and you're just going to whisk it all together. And then the directions say to add that mixture to the pot that you already made the steak in, and add your tomatoes that we have, and we're not going to apply any more heat. We're just going to use the same heat that was already in the pan. Then we're going to wash our arugula, and we're going to divide that in half on the plates, because now the food is all ready. It was seriously so good. And I'm seriously such a cheese ball, but this was the best steak I ever had that I did not use butter to cook with. Like, I can't believe it came out perfect. So add your vinaigrette on top of everything. Oh, it was so good. Just looking at it, my mouth is watering. Oh my God, I want it again. And we're also going to add our sweet potatoes, and that's my boyfriend jumping in because he was like, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? And my last and final recipe is the shrimp risotto, and what's great about this is it's like healthy comfort food. Like it was so comforting but also really healthy. This one is only 580 calories. So we have our little box, and this is everything inside. So the first thing that I'm doing is adding vegetable stock that was in our box to 4 cups of water and putting that on low to medium heat. And then with the onion, you just chop it in half, and then we're only going to be using half for the recipe. So the other half you could just keep. And then we're also chopping some garlic. And what's great about this is it already comes peeled. So if you're lazy like me, this is pretty good stuff. We're going to zest another lemon. Of course, I use my cheese grater, and then just cut the lemon in half. So add a little oil on your pan, and we're going to start with the onion. And then you're going to take half of the chopped garlic, and you're going to add that on the pan along with the onions, and you just want to keep cooking them and tossing them until they're translucent. So the directions had you chop the asparagus just in little tiny pieces, and you're going to add it to the vegetable stock that we started with in the beginning. And then they said with a slotted spoon, like the one that I'm using, basically a spoon with some holes in it, you're going to scoop out the asparagus and put it in ice water. I've never done this before, and what we noticed is when you do this, the asparagus wasn't chewy at the end. Like, you know, asparagus can get really chewy. So now it's time to make the risotto. So we add that package that came in our box to the garlic and onions that we made before, and it says you just want it to be lightly brown. That was what my boyfriend was pointing at. And then with the leftover stock, you're just going to add some spoonfuls to the risotto. And now you want to add oil in the pan, and we're going to be cooking the shrimp that they sent us. And it took around 3 to 4 minutes. And then they want you to add the asparagus in with the shrimp. And then when that's already added all together, then this is when the flavor all comes together and just tastes so good. And they sent Parmesan cheese, so you can add that in while it's on low heat. And then you can add it in at the very end when it's on your plate. And that is it. It's so good. I definitely recommend it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out HelloFresh, check out their website, and also follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.